What's the Charlie Brown character who's surrounded by flies all the time? Pigpen.
I think Pigpen is the guy from Grateful Dead, actually.
I think he's...
Original, member.
Yeah, he's the one.
I think he's the first one to die. Yeah.
Another one just died, the female member. Yeah, one of the backup singers.
Oh, I didn't...
Yeah. She lived a long life.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Never heard of her before.
Only the most hardcore fans have.
You have to actually be a deadhead to know about that one.
Or just, browse Reddit.
Not me.
Top stories on Reddit.
Yeah, not me.
Not Reddit?
No. I'm not a Reddit user.
Good source of info, especially for stuff like this. For
podcasting,
yeah.
Oh.
To increase your following and...
I mean, I read, I read posts on there if it comes up in Google.
There's like a really close relationship with Reddit and Google. It impacts Google results, I think, more than any other social media platform.
Oh, with all the links and whatever?
Yeah, like the SSO
is
tied directly to it. So like a really effective way to get information out. And I know this because of like cancel culture. They're like, if you want to cancel someone, make a bunch of posts about them on Reddit. And then when their name comes up on Google search, it'll
say what an asshole they are.
Yeah, it'll include all the Reddit stuff first. All that asshole.
People should make posts about me on there saying what an asshole I am. It would be so terrible.
Yeah. No press is bad press.
Exactly.
And bad press is good press.
It is. It's terrific.
If you want to include my links, you could ask me all the vilifying questions.
Right, exactly. I only have Instagram and YouTube though, so it's not a whole lot of links.
Not a whole lot, and that's Meta and Google.
Yeah.
Reddit. Do you know the real dark history of Reddit? Forget the guy's name. One of the co-founders. He was a dude from the suburbs of Illinois, like near where I'm from, just a couple of years older than me.
Wow.
He got arrested by the U.S. government for infiltrating a bunch of like security websites, and then they put him in isolation, and they kept putting pressure on him. It's Ross something.
Bob Ross.
Not Bob Ross.
Ross Perot.
Not Ross Perot. Young guy. And not Ross Ulbricht, who just got freed by Trump. The dreadful pirate Robin from the Silk Road.
Oh, I heard about that actually. Yeah.
But it's Ross something. They put him
Nothing
in...
weird there.
Yeah, no, not at all. Government's not weird at all. But they put this dude, the co-founder of Reddit, in isolation, and they just kept putting more and more pressure on him, being like, "You're fucked. You're going to life. You're going to prison for life.
Right.
We're going to keep you in isolation," which, according to like world law, is considered cruel and unusual punishment. And he hanged himself like weeks into it.
Yeah. What did he get charged for?
Like infiltrating government websites.
Okay.
Like I don't know if it's necessarily treason, but it's some kind of security.
It's not okay.
Not okay according to the U.S. government.
Right.
To fuck with the U.S. government.
I don't like it when you do that.
Yeah. Ross something. Easily Googleable. Googleable.
Well, I'll put his name up here.
Yeah. Ross.
Right. It's just going to be the Ross logo. Dress for less.
He probably wore Ross. Actually, no, he was a rich
He's a bum?
He was a rich kid from, I think, Wilmington.
He stole clothes?
He didn't need to.
He stole his clothes?
He was like one of those keyboard warriors from the early 2000s.
Heck yeah. What a guy.
Who else can I shout out from that era? Jeremy Hammond and someone I went to high school.
You know about that British guy that you went to? Wait, hold on. You went to high school?
Not with high school. Not high school. I know you're going to zoom in on this. I went to middle school with this kid, Jeremy Sorkin.
Okay.
Who got arrested with this dude, Jeremy Hammond. Both Jeremys stick together.
What?
And Jeremy Hammond's little brother for being the leaders of like an I would say late aughts keyboard warrior anarchist collective called LulSec, Lul, SEC.
They were just trolling people too hard, or?
No, they were infiltrating government websites, releasing a whole... This is like pre-WikiLeaks.
Right.
This is like the proto-WikiLeaks keyboard warrior guys. Proto-fucking 4chan. Or maybe like super early 4chan. And they would do things in Chicago. Like they would organize these anarchist events like capture the flag in front of a courthouse as like fun ways to protest. Because this is before Occupy or anything like that actually like gained momentum. And Occupy, being so early in the internet, as far as like social media and stuff, didn't really gain that much traction besides like YouTube and just like people sending each other links. And they would organize these anarchistic stuff. So like protest culture was not what it is now at all. There was like a huge lull in protest culture from like the 60s and 70s Weather Underground, who like half of them went to jail. Some of them got killed by the police. I think a lot of them. Black Panthers were like disbanded. Reagan flooded the ghettos with, coke, taught them how to make crack.
I was going to say he flooded with crack, more specifically.
Well, he taught them how to make crack. Someone did. Some, like, government...
Oh, man, I just thought I'd mix this shit with baking soda.
Yeah, I just came up with that on my own.
And cook it up on a stove with heat.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to tell people how to make crack, but...
Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but
the education in the ghettos is so good that in chemistry class they just figured out, just cook the cocaine in baking soda, and then it's like a much easier way to smoke the ultra addictive substance and then like ruin families.
Get more of it at once.
Lower income families and generations of them. So like when the internet finally came around, all like the super like coder, nerd, hacker people, it was like incredibly niche. No one was doing it. But these guys, like, they used, IRC and, like, I was turning that off.
Goodness gracious, get it together.
They communicated, like, through, I guess, what would be called encrypted lines of communication to organize these, what you would call flash mobs today, but there wasn't a word for it back then. And it was like fun. And they're all wearing like, they basically just looked like the goth raver kids with like the ripped black jean coats and like giant black hoodies, Lamb of God hoodies.
Lamb of God.
You know what I mean?
Oh boy, do I.
Yeah.
That brought back memories. Lamb of God.
Yep. Opeth.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen Lamb of God.
Children of Bodom. I think it's been a minute.
You know about, have you heard about, here's some horse shit I'm going to throw on my podcast.
Okay.
Some 50% facts I'm going to throw out there for people to hear.
This is all 100% fact, by the way, verifiable.
What he said was, what I'm saying is about to be 50% fact, but I have it on a computer in front of me.
Okay.
You know about Gary McKinnon? Is the British guy who hacked into the Pentagon?
It rings a bell, but I don't think I remember.
Well, apparently they had like you're saying when all this started, apparently even the U.S. government had literally zero fucking security for their whole system. And so he set up he even says in interviews, and he's in Britain, and so they tried to extradite him to the U.S., but in Britain they don't really consider hacking into a website. It's like a smack on the wrist kind of a crime. And so that's the punishment he got in the U.K., and they won't extradite him to U.S. for way more charges because they want to give him fucking prison for who knows how long.
Yeah, life.
Probably, yeah. But so he hacked into the Pentagon. He just ran a program that just searched for websites where he could log in with the password was either password or I forget, it was one other word. I forget what it was, but it was something super simple like that. And it's just scanned for websites he could sign into whatever accounts with password as the password. And the Pentagon was one of those websites. But the thing is he said that the part where it gets 50% facts is that he claims that he found these files talking about
UFOs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I know.
Yeah, and he said, but the thing that was weird about it was that he said that they listed like a bunch. I was trying to find it. I couldn't find the names that he listed. But he said that they had like a fleet of fucking ships that were off the fucking record. But never any evidence substantiated of that other than the U.S. government did try to charge him with hacking the Pentagon.
Yeah, which they don't take lightly.
No.
Clearly. Example being Ross and then Jeremy Hammond and his brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeremy's sticking together.
My friend, I don't think got any prison time. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, I guess because he wasn't considered a leader. But you can easily like Google his mugshot. He had a much shorter. Well, he had a beard, and then Jeremy Hammond had like full on like.
He looked like Jeremy Corbell.
He had like those giant like carrot, like GMO carrot length dreads.
There you go. Jeremy Corbell.
Oh yeah.
Jeremy Corbell.
He's the one that worked with the other UFO guy.
What's that? George Knapp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who I think has been discredited on multiple levels, probably by the U.S.
Oh, well, okay. I was about to say that I think George Knapp's probably a little more credible than Jeremy Knapp or Jeremy Corbell, but maybe not.
Jeremy Corbell is kind of like a opportunist.
Oh,
like,
for sure. He's for sure grabbing everything.
You got to be.
To be in that world, yeah. If that's all you're doing. George Knapp has another career to pursue other than just you.
What was his? He was like...
he's just a news anchor or a whatever.
Wait.
A journalist.
Who's the guy that like broke into Area 51? And, like,
you mean he worked there?
Oh, he worked? That's true.
No, you're thinking of, what's that fucking dude's name?
Yeah. You probably just search Corbell and then...
Yeah, actually it probably does come up under his...
Yeah, he appeared on Rogan with Corbell.
Yeah. Bob Lazar.
Yep.
Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar.
That dude's...
Beelzebub.
That dude's a little fishy if you ask me, too.
Yeah. I mean, extraterrestrials are just interdimensional beings. It's us in the future. And that's why when you smoke DMT, you see into the future. And they're like, hey, get it together or else you're all going to die in apocalyptic.
Yeah, I don't know what... I think that's plausible. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I don't think that it was what he says it is.
Right, that's why he's, full of shit.
Right. Well, I mean, he's had legal troubles as well.
What else did he do?
He got busted for running a prostitution ring in, I believe it was California. But the thing about it, I mean, which people get caught up doing different shit, that doesn't necessarily mean you're making up everything you've ever said. Mm-hmm. But the thing about it was that he set up cameras in all the rooms and he videotaped all the Johns and he was blackmailing all of them.
So he was like a little Jeffrey Epstein Jr. But it was not with underage girls.
No.
It was just like
prostitutes.
Just regular legal prostitution. Or like gray area decriminalized prostitution.
Is prostitution decriminalized in California?
Oh, it was California?
I believe so. I could
Nevada was what I was thinking.
You can look it up.
California's naughty neighbor.
United States v. Lazar.
1972. So it goes back. And then what, the explosion in so-called technology and everything, they say like it sort of lines up with when...
I don't know that he throws that in there, but that is definitely a theory that is thrown out in the UFO community.
But it's stuff that's like kind of like low-bearing fruit. And he's not even...
Well, it's a known thing that it's a snowball effect in technology. So the more you get, the faster it will develop. And that's been a thing you can watch throughout history. And the snowball is quite large now.
And what does McKenna say is like it exponentially leads towards...
Things like just get crazier and crazier.
Weirdness.
Yeah. It's just going to get weirder and weirder until we can't ignore it anymore. And people just have to talk about it.
Yeah.
He was right. And he was right.
He was right, except like...
He was wrong about a lot of shit, too.
Yeah, he was,
just throwing ideas out there, to be fair.
Totally, yeah. And he didn't even come up with a lot of the shit he said. His widow did. his widow like helped him develop his speaking tours.
That makes sense.
And she said that he would just sit he was like the worst father, worst husband, cheating all the time, totally absent. He would spend his days waking up, and it's like, not that part is relatable, but this part is pretty relatable. He would spend like 6 hours sitting in a room alone, drinking coffee and smoking hash. Just sitting there.
It's great.
Pondering.
It's great.
And then he would probably dictate while she wrote, and then she would be like, nah, bullshit. But like him and what's Merlin's dad? Rupert
Sheldrake?
Yeah. Like none of that stuff's like scientifically verifiable, but it's like, it's interesting. It's definitely, I think that fires synapses listening to it.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't do the mice study.
Is that Sheldrake?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Morphogenic resonance.
And I know about like his.
That's
sons.
the theory of his I'm most familiar with.
Okay, and that's just like auras, kind of.
Yeah, and it talks about something that McKenna talks about, where it's there are no laws of nature. There are just grooves that are cut, and once something happens, it's more likely to happen.
Mm.
And so people say, well, if you take that to its furthest extent, then if you take mice through a maze in Australia, and then you run this mice through
like
in UK,
yeah.
then they should run through it faster.
Yeah.
When they try in the UK.
Yeah.
And I believe they did that.
Yeah, I think
and they did find it's faster when they did it in the UK after that.
Yeah, that's one of those banned TED Talks.
Oh, is it?
So-called banned TED Talks that are like one of the most popular TED Talks.
Yeah.
Because they're banned. Just like bad press is better press.
Right, yeah. Why are they hiding this knowledge from me? I gotta know.
Gotta know.
That's kind of like the JRE, I'll just say it, that's kind of the JRE tactic. Look at those guys, they're the bad guys, they're trying to push me down.
Mm-hmm.
They're lying.
Why are they trying to hide
they're trying to hide
from
Yeah, even though they're the media. He runs the biggest fucking podcast in the world. You are the media. Fucking biggest podcast in the world. The fuck?
Yeah. He's the biggest media figure
Serious.
in the world. He is big media.
He was trying to keep him down, though.
It's kind of funny, though, how someone who's like, traveled the cosmos via DMT is also, I haven't listened to it in a while, but he's like, huge fan of Trump, huge fan of
for sure.
Alex
I don't
Jones.
think that, there's also I don't think that psychedelics mean that you're a good person.
But you'd think it would at least make you like have some kind of like cosmic insight or like cosmic perspective where you're like, this dude who's never even smoked weed, Donald Trump,
Right.
is somehow good for the people. It's almost like, and I'm pretty sure Rogan's.
And before he was in office, wasn't he always one of the biggest, like, oh, they all got to take DMT or do an ayahuasca trip before we let him get into office?
Yeah. Yeah, that was like his thing. I think he's just now part of like the Billionaire Boys Club. More than anything. He's not Mr. DMT anymore.
Right.
But he's still...
He isn't really Mr. DMT anymore. But it is, you're right, it's part of his persona.
That's how I heard about it in like 2005.
For sure. That's the only time I listened to it.
That's how
That's the only time I listened to that podcast is during that.
But it wasn't even his podcast. It was like some other like shock jock early... I don't even think it was a podcast. I think it was like Anthony Cumia.
Yeah, I don't think I heard him in 2005. But whenever he started his podcast, he was talking about DMT.
Yeah. Well, he I think he leveraged that appearance on, I believe it was Opie and Anthony, probably something else. But he leveraged all that internet attention along with him confronting Carlos Mencia for stealing jokes. Because before that, he was just like the Fear Factor guy, and he was known for replacing Jimmy Kimmel on The Man Show. He was kind of a nobody.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, not a nobody, but like, fucking Fear Factor is not small.
He's a UFC announcer, too. People don't talk about that. He was that, though.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that.
I wonder when he got onto that, because UFC also, it took UFC a minute to gain traction. I don't think UFC would be as big a thing if it wasn't for Rogan. He was like I just swallowed a fly. That's fine. No longer can claim veganism on the air. But 97. Okay, I was wrong.
First appearance in 97 and became commentator in 2002.
Yeah, so the UFC thing predates this DMT popularity. Yeah, look up the DMT. First mentioned Joe Rogan, DMT on the radio. My guess is going to be Opie and Anthony. 2008.
2008.
No, he was talking about the Rick Streisman's book. What's the fucking
What podcast was
radio
it?
show? It's gotta be Opie and Anthony.
I'm sure this is very entertaining.
Man, has this been
That's
scrubbed?
I don't know.
Search Opie and Anthony. I think it's 1P, whatever. Opie and Anthony, DMT, Rogan. People love live research, trust me.
People love live reason, calling them on their bullshit.
Man, this is hard to find. That's weird.
Big media is hiding it from us. That's why they're trying to keep us down.
That's really strange. Because they're all like, dude, what are you talking about? And he's like, look at LA. LA just looks like a cultured bacteria in a petri dish.
Oh, I've heard him say that.
Maybe search that. LA resembling bacteria.
No, I think that's on his podcast.
No, this is pre. Because he's like blowing all these like shock jocks' minds. They're like, whoa, dude, what are you talking about?
No, I've seen that clip. It's fucking...
This is one of his greatest hits. Some Joe Rogan Experience.
Petri dish.
Oh, yeah, it does say Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah, it's Jerry. Yeah, no, it is Jerry, for sure.
Does it say what year? And Google AI is so far...
2024.
No,
I'm pretty sure.
2005.
No, because he's talking... I mean, maybe he mentioned it before that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's bringing it up again.
His first mention of it was, I was like...
No, but I've seen that clip and talked about that.
It was either in high school, but there's no video.
But it's crazy because he's then...
do my own research.
He's referring to humanity like it's this parasite on Earth and we need to get rid of it.
Yeah, but now he's very pro-life, I think. Is he a pro-lifer? I would assume. Alright, doing my own research. Sorry, everybody. And I'm going to ask Grok. Also, sorry.
That's a choice.
What was the first time Joe Rogan explained his DMT trip on a radio show?
He said that was a DMT trip?
Well, he was sort of like conflating his experience with... Confabulating, like, the whole existence of mankind, like, being disconnected from the spirit world and society being like a consequence of that. You know?
That's an odd take.
It was, well, like a spiritually bankrupt society.
Right.
Being a consequence of the fact that we are parasitic, being a consequence of our disconnection from the spirit world. Because we're like so obsessed with like the earth belongs to us, the resources belong to us. We're not of the earth is for us, which is a very like, Abrahamic mindset. You know what I'm saying? Abrahamic? Yeah. So I have it on expert mode, so it takes a while. It's using more water and...
You're saying you don't want it to be Judeo-Christian, because why are you associating me with the Christian?
Right. Just Judea. Or just Christian. Well, Judeo, I am Jewish. In case our listeners, watchers, viewers, didn't already know. That'll get you some. That'll get you some eyeballs.
Right there.
That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm still thinking.
It'd be really good if this podcast was the one that took off. That would be
Honestly,
It would double.
I fucking hope so.
That would be funny.
Yeah, I've been trying to like find ways to turn my.
How long is it? Goodness gracious!
Expert mode, man.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I mean you couldn't find it on Google.
No.
But yeah, I've been trying to find ways to like spread my own work because I've been making a lot of documentaries.
Yeah.
And, like, posting them
I've
on
seen.
YouTube. Yeah, but like they're not getting very many views. The one that got views and was like starting to get a lot of views is the one with the dude shooting guns.
Punk rock is dead. I just showed some.
That's not punk.
Oh,
all right. That's not punk.
That's not punk.
Search it on YouTube.
There you go.
Plaid Rose Productions.
I like that one. That's my favorite one, I think.
I mean, that's the best one.
That's the best one.
But the subject wanted their identity hidden.
Yeah.
And there was one shot.
I thought it was kind of cool, though.
My girlfriend pointed it out. One shot where you could like clearly see his face. So I was like, fuck. I got like 500 views in like 2 hours. So I like tried to go back and just replace that link with a more censored version.
Yeah.
It wouldn't let me do that. So I had to delete that one. So,
Yeah.
Journalists should always hide their sources if that's what they want.
Right. If you want to keep being able to make those films.
Or just like, with...
Or not
subject.
get shot in the case of that guy.
Exactly. Even though he probably wouldn't, but he'd be pretty...
Got a graveyard at the top of my...
There's actually a graveyard at the top of my property.
Even though he probably wouldn't, but he'd be pretty...
Got a graveyard at the top of my property.
He might...
I've got a graveyard.
Yeah, that guy was hilarious. Okay, so it was on Jim Brewer's Sirius XM show, Brewer Unleashed.
Damn.
In early 2006.
Whoa. That was a pull.
Yeah, I love Jim Brewer. Then this appearance predates his later discussions of DMTs on shows like Opie and Anthony.
Damn.
So it was Jim Brewer.
Damn.
2006.
All right.
It's come a long way.
All right, it took a few minutes, but expert mode got us there.
Yeah, worth it.
All right.
Yeah.
Bet.
Jim Brewer.
That was wild.
I owned his comedy CD. Have you listened to Jim Brewer?
I don't think so.
Talk about his mescaline trip at a fucking metal show.
You have to, though.
So good. I'm the wizard. The drug wizard. He's like talking about mescaline. He's like, sorry if this is like stealing your bit, but I'm sure he appreciates the 10
Go
people
for it.
who are going to see this. He's like, yeah, so I was like in the parking lot and like, this guy was selling mescaline in like tabs or what are they called? And then someone in the audience is like, dots. And he's like, oh, dots, okay. Oh, you're like the drug wizard in your friends. In your friend group, aren't you? And he's just like, yeah. Like, whoa, okay, dude. I'm the wizard. Fucking classic Brewer.
Then people started doing fucking crowd work after that, thinking they're fucking Jim Brewer.
Yeah. No one can do it like him. He was the fucking man.
People think they're doing crowd work.
Fucking Half-Baked.
I'm not familiar with his work, but...
You haven't seen Half-Baked?
No.
Dude, stoner classic. Dave Chappelle. Harlan Williams.
No.
Is it Harlan Williams?
Cat Williams.
No, it wasn't Cat Williams.
Oh.
Harlan with like the double chin.
I don't know.
Like talks like
I don't even know that guy, then.
I'm sure my impressions are horrible. Harlan Williams, he was a man on Mars. Mars man? Astro man?
Harlan Williams.
Yeah,
No, I've never seen this dude before.
Yeah, he's so...
What's he in? No, I think I've seen that dude.
Half-Baked. There's something about Mary. That one movie with...
He's kind of funny looking. I'll give him that.
Yeah, no, he uses that to his advantage.
For sure. You can see right there.
He was in 10 Items or Less with the dude who like made comedy rock and roll again.
Jack Black?
No. Well, no, he like just did rock and roll comedy. But there were a few iterations of stand-up comedy gaining rock and roll, like selling out stadiums levels of popularity. It was like Sam Kinison.
Dane Cook.
Dane Cook, that's the guy.
Is that who you're thinking of?
Yeah.
That dude's a fucking pedo. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, clicks. Not sorry, Dane Cook. Yeah. Well, he was in the Dane Cook movie 10 Times or Less.
Okay.
So is Andy Dick. He's homeless now. Do you know who he is? Man, I'm really fucking aging myself here.
No, I just don't know. I don't know a lot of movies. He's the first one that popped up.
Andy Dick. Yeah.
Okay, no, I for sure have seen that dude.
And
in a bunch of stuff. That dude's in everything.
And I think, was he on News Radio with Joe Rogan? See, it all comes back together, man. Just like the Hollywood cabal. Pedo.
Is he the pedo too?
I don't know if it's been like substantiated, but he definitely, there's like a lot of allegations.
There's pictures with Dane Cook at house parties with like 14-year-old girls.
Yeah, no surprise. But like he would constantly, because he's like bisexual, so it's like no holds barred kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And he loves drugs, cocaine and alcohol.
Who doesn't?
Some people. I think everyone does, but I get a lot of pushback on that. He has so many sexual assault allegations. It's crazy.
Right. I buy that.
But they kept giving him like another chance. He probably had like more second chances than anyone in Hollywood because he's friends with everybody. But no, now he's just homeless and can't get word.
Really?
Yeah. Andy Dick. A Dick. Public behavior and lifestyle led to speculation. Yeah, like my
transient lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You got a downward spiral going for sure.
My friend. Oh, here's a fun one. My friend who wouldn't mind me sharing his name because he knows all about the bad press thing. Jackson Dabney. He recently became a meme because he was at a Turning Point USA event post Charlie Kirk assassination, selling Charlie Kirk shirts, and Antifa surrounded him, and then a dude whose name is Jihad, my friend being a born-again Christian. He wasn't Christian when I met him. I met him at a hippie festival. No, I met him on the streets of Berkeley, Telegraph.
That is a hippie festival.
Yeah, it really is. But I like introduced him to like, I think mushrooms, not acid. Anyway, we did mushrooms together.
Anyway.
Nowadays, very Joe Rogan style, he's at a fucking Charlie Kirk event in Berkeley selling these t-shirts. This dude named Jihad tries to steal his chain, and then they get into a brawl, and it's all recorded. It went all over X. Like, and my friend got punched in the face, bleeding, arrested by cops. Fucking crazy, dude. The veil's lifted. Anyway, the reason I brought him up, I think like 2 years ago, he met Andy Dick and then ended up hanging out with Andy Dick on his like trailer. And I was like watching his Instagram stories, and Andy Dick is like shit-faced. And they're trying to cook chicken on a cast iron skillet.
Yeah.
And Andy's like taking it off the griddle too early, and they're like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I know what I'm doing. I'm like, dude, you're hanging out with Andy Dick right now? Like, how fucking far, like, what a fall from grace Andy Dick has had hanging out with my
These guys are fucking crumbs. These guys are fucking crumbs.
Yeah. But Jackson's doing great. He knows how to leverage. He's just a fucking hustler, this guy. Yeah, Internet Jax. JAX. On Instagram. Check him out.
Heck yeah. Get him on the pod.
He probably would if he ever came back to Portland. Okay, I don't want to incriminate myself. Anyway, we were in Portland for a while. He was trying to make dabs.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It was before the decriminalization.
Right. It's
BHO. It wasn't.
It
wasn't okay.
I'm aware of the BHO. You check the PVC pipe and realize it's all melted in there, and you've been smoking PVC.
Well, it wasn't. He had the actual like easy bake oven style. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I'm sure that purged it all.
Well, it did, but then he ran out of trim pretty quick, so like it didn't go anywhere. Like giant barrel of trim. It doesn't yield you that much like high quality BHO. Very, very low.
Right.
So like bad business plan.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
But I don't think he's been to Portland since.
It's all alleged, by the way.
Yeah, alleged. This is 2015, 2015? Long time ago. That's when I first got here.
Well,
that's my lore.
That's your lore.
That's my lore.
Yeah, we've been involved with some people making some dabs for sure.
One, me.
What? Huh?
I've been involved with one.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I guess you?
No.
So would that make it two? No.
No, not me directly, but I'll, yeah.
Indirectly,
there's a, yeah, we'll say that. Indirectly more than one.
But fuck BHO, dude. Hash rosin.
Yeah.
No way. Fucking get the right.
I just like flour, too.
Yeah, that's your old school.
Just like flour.
For a young buck.
Just smoke more.
Just smoke more of it.
Just smoke more of it.
Yeah, just put more tar in your lungs.
Come on. Let's go. I don't know. My lungs get a lot less fucked up from just flour than when I smoke dabs.
Are you like, do you monitor temperature and stuff though?
I mean, e-nails.
E-nails? I guess that monitors temperature.
Sits right on the dot.
Yeah. And then you clean them.
Yeah. It's been forever since I've done that though, because I just like flour better.
More full spectrum. Unless you're getting like the right micron density of the filtration
rosin
sheets with the rosin.
Well, rosin is just pressed from the bud, so it's just hot press. It squeezes out.
Isn't it cold? Like, don't you want cold? Isn't that better?
Ice rosin is,
ice rosin?
That's ice hash.
Ice hash, okay.
Yeah. No, rosin is just like,
Rosin's
you can buy like a rosin press and smash your bud at home and get rosin if you want.
And there's a heat element?
Yeah, it's heat and like a fucking hydraulic, I think it's hydraulic, but some kind of pressurized press, so it puts a lot of fucking force on there, and it squishes it and you get out the fucking goo.
Or is it like pressure plus friction equals heat or something?
I don't know.
Yeah. This isn't a science
This is
podcast.
weed science, okay?
Yeah. Hippie science, fucking Terrence McKenna science.
Serious.
But I moved away from that right before hash rosin became like
big.
Yeah. So I wasn't really looking it up.
When hash rosin first started, people were getting wild prices for clean rosin.
Yeah, I remember. What do you like black market, right?
Yeah, I used to allegedly I knew some individuals that were selling it for like a fucking $1.20 a G.
Yeah. Now you can get it easy.
Straight up.
You can probably
Straight
get it
up
for
and
40.
down. Huh?
You can probably get it for 40 now.
Yeah.
40 a gram. And that's in Oregon.
Even cheaper, maybe.
Black market even cheaper, probably.
Oh, for sure.
I don't really know the black market prices in Oregon.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, your flower. Your delicate rose.
Delicate rose.
If you were a flower, what would it be?
Cannabis.
Cannabis flower? Is it? I guess it is flowering cannabis.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would be, not that you asked.
No, it's okay. Conduct your own interview.
Honestly, I don't know. You'd have to tell me. What is my essence? Is it also cannabis?
No, Dave, I just said that I party, so maybe do something different for me.
I don't even know that many flowers.
I feel like divinorum's an insult because it only flowers every once in a while.
Great. That's a perfect analogy.
Is that?
Yeah.
But it's great when it does.
Yeah. How is it like once every few years?
I don't know that they know why it flowers.
Neither do I about myself. Trying to figure that out.
Specific reasons for its flowering aren't perfectly clear.
That's crazy.
And it doesn't really do it that often.
Nuts.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's like sold in head shops. Where are they getting that from?
I mean, most of it's not divinorum. There's salvia, but it's not divinorum, so it's not active anyways. Because it doesn't really reliably make seeds when it flowers either. Did you know that?
No. I don't really know much about it.
Okay. Well, here's a fun thing about salvia divinorum. It doesn't really make seeds when it flowers, and they don't know why it flowers. Doesn't flower that often. So it pretty much only reproduces through clones. So how the fuck does it exist in the wild?
Aliens.
And also it's from Oaxaca, and I forget what the
Mazatec tribe.
Yeah, I forget what the native language is there, but
I guess
it's
Mazatec.
It might be Mazatec. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to. Anyways,
yeah.
I'm not sure, but it's not. What I know is it's not Spanish, and the name they have for it that they call it there is in Spanish. And when researchers asked them why they don't, do you have a native word for it? They're like, no. And they said, why not? And their explanation was that it wasn't there before.
So the conquistadors probably had some kind of extraterrestrial communication.
That's your theory on that.
That's the only explanation.
And it's also, did you also know that it's the only chemical in that chemical family that's known to be active, and it's one of the most potent psychedelics?
I mean,
gram for gram.
I know the latter, but not the former.
Yeah, it's the only thing in its chemical family that's psychoactive. And it's the only plant in its family that's psychoactive as well.
Because it's mint.
Yeah.
Here's another little anecdote for you. Back to Terence McKenna's widow, Kathleen Harrison. She became obsessed with Salvadoran A, right? This was called?
I believe so.
And she went down to Oaxaca, and she communed with the Mazatec people. Maybe is it Mazatec? No, this is Z. And she underwent their ceremonial sacrament of salvia, which involves like putting the quid.
Yeah, like British money. Quid.
The quid, they pack it into your lip over hours and hours and hours and hours. And then
until your mouth is like fucking stuffed. Yeah. Like you can't take any more stuff.
Totally stuffed.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I don't know how long it took, but eventually the spirit of salvia, this is all in the book, The Sisters of Revolution or something, the Sisters of something. Kathleen Harris, The Sisters of... Just do The Sisters of Kathleen Harrison. Eventually, the spirit of salvia appeared before her. And it was a beautiful woman. Did it say? Man, Google sucks.
The Three Sisters of Victory Walk?
No, this is not it at all. Am I getting her name wrong?
No, it is Kathleen. That's right.
Search salvia, too, then.
We'll just get the full fucking list of them.
Well, she didn't. She contributed to it. It's about a whole bunch of women who used psychedelics for one purpose or another. Yeah, I
don't know.
I've completely like. I don't use Google anymore for this reason. That's why I use Grok. Sorry. Okay, so the spirit of salvia appeared before her after the quids were stuffed, and then the spirit reached into her chest, put her hand over Kathleen's heart, and healed it of all past suffering and trauma, right? And she came out of it just like completely reborn. Like all of the weight that she had come into it with lifted. And she was like, this is so diametrically opposite of any trip report any U.S. salvia user has ever spoken.
Smoke it.
Right, yeah. So she told the Mazatec people that they smoke it, and they were like,
"Oh, yeah, she hates fire."
That's exactly what she said.
My favorite cannabis breeder, fucking, I'll shout him out, Bodie Seeds. Everyone loves that dude, but he's my favorite too. He's everyone else's favorite. He's your favorite breeder's favorite cannabis breeder.
Nice.
Yeah, that dude talks about salvia, and he has
he probably borrowed that quote from that.
No, he talks about stuff in he has a salvia collection.
Okay.
And he talks about stuff in his mouth, and he's like, it just gently takes you into her arms, and it's just the most loving, amazing experience. And he talks about how you can't light it on fire because she hates fire, and she doesn't like heat. Yeah. Doesn't even like heat. So you shouldn't even take it if you're hot. Doesn't even like heat.
Interesting. So you should do a nice little cryotherapy and then just quid after quid. Because I've had my fair share of salvia experiences, all of them traumatic.
Really?
All of them horrible. All of them different. All of them, I would say, lying to me.
Really?
Yeah. And I'll tell you after I look up Kathleen Harrison. Kathleen Harrison, Salvia trip for the Sisters of... Alright, while it's thinking. I have it on fast mode, so it shouldn't take that long.
Okay.
Let's think. The first time I did it, I was with my friend. We were like 15. We ordered it online. And
Did you buy the extract or leaf?
so we got like a nice little pack. It was the leaf, 5X, 20X, and 80X.
Okay.
I think I smoked the 5X this time. And we own separate rooms. I smoke it. I'm like by my window. Hold it in. Breathe it out. This isn't the first time I smoked it now that I'm remembering. This is the first time that I left
Your body?
reality. Yeah, so the room melted, a castle shot up from the ground, or it was like a hill with a castle on top. There were Jetsons cars flying around. The Queen of Hearts exited the castle, came right up into my face, and she goes, "Everything that you've experienced up until this point is a lie, and you're in a dream." Bye. Goes back into her castle, melts away. My 15-year-old mind is left to process this. I'm like, what the fuck? Turns out in the other room, my friend tripped my death. Saw me as an old man in my 60s, slipping on a patch of ice, cracking my head, and bleeding out.
So you're still watching out for that to this day, right?
Well,
when you're 60.
Once I turn 60,
right.
Yeah, I'll just move to Hawaii or something. Yeah. What does that say about, what he thinks of me, or, why,
I don't know, it's a pretty normal death, I feel like.
Yeah. Why was he tripping my death? Why not his death? What the fuck?
Couldn't handle the truth.
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth.
Well, he told me. Well, I guess he couldn't. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Salvia knew. And then, okay, so the other two trips that really stand out to me, there's a whole bunch. I think I'll describe the last one. And there was there's a moment after you smoke it where it's like you're going up a roller coaster, and then you realize you're on a roller coaster, and you're like, fuck, I hate roller coasters.
Why do you hate roller coasters?
But it's just that feeling. They're like, why are you on this roller coaster if you fucking hate roller coasters? And it's right before the dive. It's the feeling that you have. Okay. It's like you're about to jump out of a plane, but you're you've done it a million times, but you're deathly afraid of heights. It's like, oh wait, you hate this. Plummet to the ground. So I have that thought, and then you feel like your entire body is made out of wood. You start to feel
I've heard that, actually. I've heard the Pinocchio thing.
Pinocchio thing. You feel like you're being lifted out of your body. You try to explain to the people around you what's happening, but you can't because you're just laughing like a donkey, like Pinocchio. Weird kind of relation. These infinitely tall beings shoot out of the ground. The whole space around me goes black.
So would you say that as they lie, they just grow bigger, like Pinocchio?
Yeah, very much. Because this is I don't know.
Have I just discovered that the archetype of Salvia is Pinocchio?
Yeah, maybe the guy who wrote the book.
The archetype of DMT and if you trip hard enough on mushrooms to get to that space is for sure the circus.
The circus where
Terrence McKenna talks about this, where there's
about Pinocchio circus?
No, he talks about how the DMT space, the archetype is of the circus.
Mm-hmm. And the jester and everything.
Yeah, and it definitely is. Where there's all these crazy things going on, and there's a little bit of eros to it. I don't want to steal his words, but that's the word for it. There's an element of eros to it, and there's this wild factory, and there's this wild things going on in the background, and it just comes in and goes as quickly, and it's like this amazing thing right before your eyes, and it's a circus.
Yeah. Well, this wasn't a circus.
They're candy to the baby type of routine.
Yeah. Yeah, they love that.
They toy with you to show you it.
Yeah. But in those cases, DMT is actually trying to like show you something about yourself. It's like a learning trip, not a bad trip kind of a thing. You could actually integrate it.
Mushrooms are real. Mushrooms are real.
Mushrooms are real. So this is one of the exceptions to my salvia trips where I was like, maybe I should integrate this, because these beings shot out of the ground. I felt like I was in like a courtroom, like a Bugs Bunny cartoon, with the spotlight shown on me and these shadow beings. You just see like their burning eyes pointing down at the guilty
person. Yeah.
Guilty party. And they all look at me, and they all say, like, in unison, like these horrible, like horrifying, rumbling voices. They're like, "You are not meant to have this. When you go back, you need to destroy it." I'm just like, whatever you say, sure, I believe you. So, trip ends. I come back to base reality around my friends. I like shoot up. I like grab it. I'm like, we gotta flush this shit, dudes. Like, they told me we have to flush it. Like, I'm not supposed to have this. I freaked out. That was the last time I did it.
Really?
Yeah.
The weird thing about salvia and DMT is that I think they can get you to the same place. I've definitely heard of people, might be a little bit rougher of a ride on salvia, but they can. Because I've definitely heard of people on DMT talking about you're not supposed to have this phenomena. And here's the one thing that sticks out to me. This has stuck out to me for a long time, is I remember I knew two people who did not know each other. I didn't tell them the other one's story. And one of them on DMT and one of them on salvia. And they both told me the exact same fucking trip. And it was that they're in a fucking library, and it's like these, the bookshelves are all like as high as you can see, and they run down as long as forever as you can see. And then in the center of these bookshelves, in the middle of this library, there's three people in robes, and they're looking over this golden book that's floating wide open. That's a pretty specific trip for two people that don't know each other to tell me independently the exact same story from two different drugs.
So one theory that could explain that, and kind of explains those types of like ethereal trips in general, is it's taking what's already stored in your physical brain.
But then why did it express that specific thing?
Yeah, I mean, it might just be that that's what that person
both of them
kind of wanted. Both of them. They
wanted a big library with three dudes in a robe and golden books.
They may have wanted to learn the same thing at that point in their lives. Yeah. Like there's the whole, do you know the story?
What's the takeaway from that though?
That's like,
both of them just thought it was pretty fucking weird.
So they didn't integrate anything?
What are you supposed to integrate from that?
It's like, slow down. Sometimes you learn something, or you think you want to learn something before you're ready, which is a very Kabbalistic concept. Have you heard of the four that have entered Pardes, the Kabbalistic allegory for basically a pineal gland opening, like a Kundalini awakening?
No.
So the four that entered Pardes, and which is like the Hebrew or the Kabbalistic term for paradise, and it's one of the ways that the Garden of Eden is referred in rabbinical texts. Like the whole library talks about four sages, four rabbis, who, after 40 years of studying the Torah and having raised a family and grown a full beard, they have this phenomenon happen to them, which is kind of recorded across like all spiritual practices or spiritual traditions. Like if you meditate for 40 years regularly every day, if you do yoga for 40 years regularly every day, you have, in yoga it's Kundalini awakening. In Kabbalistic terms, you enter Pardes. So you're basically having your brain flood naturally with DMT, right? So these 4 rabbis all entered Pardes, which is the Garden of Eden, and all 4 of them, they see the tree of knowledge, which is mentioned in the Adam and Eve parable, like he ate from the tree of knowledge, and then God was
and then they see as we did.
Yeah, he was like, you weren't supposed to do that. And he was like, oh, the snake told
The issue was that they saw the truth.
They saw the truth, yeah. It was just like, oh God, we're naked. We have to start civilization. But these rabbis, they're already well into civilization. And each one of them had a different reaction. One of them cut the root of the tree of knowledge, went back to base reality, and lived a life of vice, just like whoring and drinking the rest of his days.
It's fun.
One of them went totally insane. One of them never spoke again. And the 4th one, who was the original author of the Zohar, which is like the key Kabbalistic text, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, he entered Pardes, took a look around, saw the tree of knowledge, kind of acknowledged it. It's like, okay, all right. Went back and just went on with his life like nothing ever happened. He was just like, great. I earned this like godly wisdom. What else am I going to do? But according to Kabbalah...
So are you working on your beard? Is that what are you going to get there?
I mean, that's what they say. Like, you have to grow the beard.
Really?
It takes so much patience. Especially...
Does it take patience, or does it take not shaving your face?
That takes patience.
Does it?
Dude, with this patchy-ass fucking beard, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's different for different people. For me, I'm more... My hair is so ephemeral. To me, I've always... I don't know what the word for it is. I've aligned more with the monk shaving your hair thing, because I wouldn't want to cut this off.
It's
because it's supposed to show that you don't care about your worldly looks. You just said, fuck it, I'm just going to cut it all off.
There's like the story of the Nazarites back to Jewish lineage.
Related, that's the word I'm looking for.
Oh, okay, it's related to... It's related to...
I've related... I've related more to that than... For me, beard is like, whatever, I just wouldn't shave my face, but...
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to cut this off. I wouldn't want to cut it.
Having a beard comes with like a lot of inconvenience. So does long hair. But like a beard, it's scratchy. It like makes your face dry if you don't like oil it. I struggle with the asymmetry and the patches of having one. A lot of awkward phases in between actually having a beard. I don't think I'll ever actually be able to grow a beard.
Really?
Yeah, I honestly don't. Unless I applied minoxidil, but that would kill my cat.
Kill your cat?
Yeah, they don't have the enzyme to break down minoxidil. Neither do dogs.
Right.
And that's not in the common...
not on the warning label, eh?
It might be on the warning label. People don't read that shit.
That's true.
Yeah, it kills cats and dogs. So
Q-tips say don't put this in your ear. I put like 3 of them in my ears this morning.
Yeah, well, don't put them in your cat's ear.
I wouldn't do that. I can't feel inside of there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be different.
But yeah, so the Kabbalah says you shouldn't read the Kabbalah until you've reached the age of 40, you've grown a full beard, and you've raised a family, and you've studied Torah basically every day. Or else you'll go shit fucking nuts. Because the truth is too much to handle. So like your friends who took those psychedelics, the psychedelics or like their mind even might have been trying to demonstrate to them, it's like, you're not ready for this knowledge. too young. You're too stupid. You know, like what are you gonna do with that knowledge if you live in your parents' basement? You haven't like talked to a girl. What are you gonna do with it? Probably gonna go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's why it's like DMT and other psychedelics like awaken the dormant schizophrenic tendencies in some people. It's just like, is that what's happening, or is it just like revealing something to them that they're not ready for?
They perceive it as other.
Yeah. And then just like the world around them that like no longer makes sense because they're
Right.
not the one. They're not Neo. And they have to like wrestle with that fact for the rest of their life.
Right.
They're like, oh, I'm God, but like I have no abilities. I have no life skills.
Kind of makes you question the premise.
Of life?
No, if you're God.
Right.
If you have no life skills.
Yeah. It's kind of like a Mormon way to look at it.
Mormons think they're God?
They believe if they've devoted their life to Mormonism in a way that's so pure, according to the Mormon text,
Yeah.
that you will ascend and you'll be given another planet where you are God.
That's not the Jehovah's.
I don't think so. Jehovah's, I think it's like you go to heaven and like your manifestation of heaven is like you at the time in your life where you were the most happy or something.
No.
What's a misunderstanding? Sorry, Mormons.
Sorry, you're mischaracterizing them. Joint heirs with, yeah, that's what I thought, is they become one with God.
Okay.
Joint
That
heirs.
might be
heirs.
There might be an update. They update a lot. They're very,
Hey, you gotta change with the times.
you got to.
You gotta change with the times.
Especially when your religion was founded in like the year 1910. So I don't think I was able to find the name of that book.
Wow. Terrible researcher.
Well, I had it on fast mode. So hold on.
That wasn't very fast. That was like 10 minutes.
Well, I just didn't read it because we were talking about something else. Okay, I'm gonna be a little more specific.
It's a book that compiles the psychedelic experiences of many women, possibly the Sisters of Revolution.
It's gonna be fast again.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah, it's not giving me the name I wanted, but there is a book that fits that description. I still don't think that's right.
Oh boy.
Wrong answer. The book
Oh boy.
definitely has the word sisters in the title. Now this will take a while, so.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy. Do you think the Grateful Dead was started by the CIA?
No. No, I don't. That's the first time I've ever heard somebody say that. That's why.
Really?
Yeah.
Google CIA hate Asbury.
CIA hate Asbury.
Sisters of the Extreme. Thank you, expert mode. Sisters of the Extreme.
Operation Midnight Climax.
Boom.
Is that what you were looking for?
I mean, it's all connected. Ken Kesey, the Merry Pranksters, the Doors, the Grateful
I
Dead.
think the Merry Pranksters were part of the CIA.
Where were they getting their LSD? Where was Owsley Stanley getting all that shit, dude?
Owsley was making it.
Where was he getting the precursor?
I don't think the precursor was difficult to get at the time.
In the amount that he was getting it?
A tiny amount makes like 1,000 hits. A tiny amount.
He was making hundreds of thousands, if not millions.
He was one of the biggest producers ever.
Yeah. The Bear.
Yeah.
lived a very...
You know he only got charged with personal use when they popped him?
Right.
Did you know that?
I'm not surprised because he was...
No, I know. I'm adding to add to your... I'm saying to add to your theory. But his lawyer argued that his argument was pretty much... I'm sure... I'm not quoting him at all, but his argument was in a nutshell. These guys are the biggest group of fucking hippies ever. They can take infinite amount of acid.
Hilarious. No, yeah, the fucking hippies was started by the CIA to, like, create a counterculture that led to the drug war, that, like, led to the stripping of liberties and
You don't
freedoms.
think that people that like psychedelics just needed a source to get psychedelics and they all grouped together and people that like psychedelics like music and they went to a big hippie music festival?
Like Woodstock, you're saying? Because it existed.
You don't think
before
that?
Woodstock.
Yeah, you don't think that happened?
It existed before Woodstock.
Okay.
That culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did the CIA invent that?
That's what they do.
You don't think that people, like I said, you don't think that people just like psychedelics and then they need a place to get psychedelics, and people that like psychedelics listen to music and that's a good place to get psychedelics and we group together?
It's a very Occam's razor way to look at it.
Yeah.
But there's evidence. Like that right there.
I haven't read it.
MK Ultra.
I haven't read it.
It's all.
I'm pretty sure Charles Manson was part of MK Ultra.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's like no doubt about that one.
The clinic and the doctor and
Yeah.
Dude,
and Courtney Love, whose dad was one of the managers, the touring managers for the Grateful Dead, she's now like, oh wait, I was part of MK Ultra too.
She's said a lot of shit over the years. Also said she didn't kill Kurt Cobain, so.
Right, which sounds like a MK Ultra kind of like time release thing to say.
What?
She doesn't remember.
Charles Manson remembers what he did. They were trying to make a sleeper cell, but I don't think they did it.
He was too smart for them.
I don't think they did it. He was too smart for him.
Yeah, he was a smart motherfucker.
I don't know about that.
Very charismatic. Maybe not smart, but like psychotic.
Yeah.
Like more than sociopathic. Like he didn't give a fuck, including about what his CIA operative thought. You know, the CIA handler.
His handler, yeah.
Or handlers.
Handling things.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's Sisters of the Extreme.
Sisters of the Extreme.
That's the name of the book.
Extreme.
It's extreme. Psychedelics are extreme.
It's just women's psychedelic experiences.
Yeah.
They don't apply to me.
You're not in touch with your divine feminine with that hair, shaved face.
Being called out on my own podcast.
You're not. You're the one who's a
Clean the face.
flowering cannabis plant, which is the feminized.
It's a female. It's actually bred to be that way too.
Yeah.
People think that they're just like naturally males and females out in the wild, and they really aren't.
Interesting.
I mean, they are kind of sometimes.
Yeah.
But as you know, for most plants, it's really beneficial in nature if you're just a hermaphrodite and can do it yourself. So like most of the time, if you go out in these fields in nature, they're 90% herbs.
Yeah. Humans are only
And then people have selected against that because we want to smoke Sensi.
Okay.
We want to smoke seedless.
But I'm saying like culturally, gender culture and gender relations are only now catching up to that idea.
Sexual plasticity. That's
Well,
that's actually what they call it for the plants. So they do like these plant sex tests now for cannabis. I don't know if you know about this. It's been going on for a few years now since we went legal pretty much. And they can test it for the chromosomes XXXY, and they can see if it's a male or a female. But the thing is that cannabis is sexually plastic. So how it expresses is based on its environment. So you can get a plant that tests XX and throws male pollen that works. And you can get a plant that tests XY, but if you keep it in the right room, if you keep it healthy or whatever, it might express only as a female and throw no pollen.
So it's healthier to be female.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, depending on the environment. Just like people.
But I mean, But I mean, by the same token of that, an XY can express as a female, and XX can express as a male still, even if it's healthy or whatever. For some reason, they just can't. It happens. Yeah. People fucking have learned that in rec bros. They try and test them all, and then they just say fuck it and throw them all in there first try without looking at it, and then you get one that goes full blown male, and it's tested XX, and it's perfectly healthy with the rest of the room.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And hadn't they also sort of discovered that our understanding of like human chromosomal chromotypes is or was more like sophomoric? Like it was too sophomoric, and we were saying that like XY determines the gender, but like now that's not necessarily true, and that's
also dictated by their environment.
Yeah, well, definitely in the womb. Maybe not definitely, but probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right. I think I left my questions. Oh no, I didn't leave my questions over there. They're not in front of you.
Oh, there's a foot like a.
You know what? I think that's them.
The question.
You got to get some questions going here.
Well, you didn't get enough content just from conversation.
Oh, we did, but some questions.
This is for the Patreon.
This is for the Patreon. Oh my God.
Maybe the first part is for the Patreon. That's the fucking.
You got me all three of them.
The deep cut choice nugs. GRE isn't talking about this.
If a soda can call itself a doctor without a PhD, how come I can't too?
Why can't you? Yeah, I think you can.
This is Wrekt with Dr. Adam now.
Yeah.
You're changing the podcast name.
Dr. P. There's Dr. Oz. He's not a doctor.
Professor Dave. That fucker's not even a professor.
Yeah, you can call yourself whatever you want.
What's a big sandwich turn off for you?
Rye bread.
Rye bread. You're not fucking with rye bread.
Don't like it. What's the seed? The caraway seed?
Caraway? Barely no way.
Carry me away from rye bread, please.
What's your top 3 things you're taking with you if you go on the run?
Definitely my heaviest raw denims. So I can get some sick fades on the run, you know? That would boost that.
Some sick fades.
Sick fades from my raw denims. You haven't noticed?
You need to break them in?
I mean, they'll last for fucking ever. Maybe my leather jacket would last longer, be more weatherproof. And I guess, does that count as one?
That's one.
A set of clothing?
That's one.
Would boots count as another?
That's different.
Okay, so boots, number 2.
So you're bringing the clothes on your back. Is that what you're saying? The clothes on your back don't count.
They don't count. Are you sure?
Clothes on your back don't count. That's not a thing you're taking.
Okay.
You're going to be wearing it, right?
So
are you wearing it?
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. I would, therefore, I'd have to bring a phone and a phone charger to keep access to my crypto, you know?
Okay.
That would come in handy in an emergency. And then one of my musical instruments, probably the lightest one, with the lightest carrying case, even though it's not the most weatherproof.
Didgeridoo.
I do have my didgeridoo. Yeah. I don't know. It's bamboo weatherproof, like treated bamboo. It might be the didge. That's really fucking high. But as a backup, my Irish bazooka.
Not completely waterproof, but it is highly water resistant.
Okay, so it's between the didgeridoo, my mandolin, or my Irish bouzouki. I wish it was my mandocello, because that thing has a sick case, but it's way too cumbersome. It's huge.
Mandocello.
Mandocello. Yeah.
Oh.
It's my favorite instrument.
It's not a mandolin.
So it's related to the mandolin. It's in the mando family, but it's an octave lower or a few octaves lower, and it's tuned like a cello. But it's like 8 strings like a mandolin. Mandocello. Like limoncello.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're pretty sick.
All right.
You know, and that would help me make money. So honestly, it's just like my phone for money and my instrument for sanity and more money.
That's 2 things. It's a 3.
Are you sure I didn't pick a third?
Can you list it for me?
Fuck, I can't remember. Alright, so a third then. Sleeping bag?
It's a good thing to take.
Yeah.
There you go.
Backpack filled with a sleeping bag. Oh, it's two things. Yeah.
So, but you're on the run and you're
I
taking...
said phone charger.
Yeah. Well,
Is
that's with your phone.
Is it?
Give me a break. Come on. What are you going to not have a phone charger?
So, like, honestly, I'm bringing at least 5 things.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Or like 8. I'm talking about all my clothes. Soap? Maybe soap.
Reading my handwriting over here. Oh, have you, or are you making any preparations in case of a baboon attack?
Didn't you ask me this last time?
No, I probably asked you about the raccoons.
Raccoons. Yeah.
But are you preparing for a baboon attack?
Is this like in the same scenario where I'm just like leaving my house?
I don't know. The baboons could come out at any time.
They're wild. I mean, I guess.
You can't police a baboon.
I'm really not.
That's kind of fucked. All right. Should get ready for that just in case.
Yeah. There might be a baboon.
What really fucked things up for you?
Redacted.
Redacted. Is that a website or you're redacting
I'm redacting.
it? Oh, okay.
You know, but I'm not going to say it.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Me.
Okay.
The answer is me. I got my own way.
If you could ask Bigfoot one question, what would it be? Got one question for Bigfoot.
How are you?
You ask Bigfoot how he's doing today. Everyone always asks what a Bigfoot is, but no one ever asks how a Bigfoot is.
Yeah.
Got a stubbed toe today. Not a great day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't be great if you're walking out in the woods and you stub your toe. Every day you're walking out in the mountains, stubbed toe. I got a broken foot I'm walking around with.
How much bacteria is out there?
Not fun. Not fun.
No. How's that toe?
You know anyone that saw 28 Years Later and liked it?
The one I saw it with, the dude I saw it with, and it almost like caused a fight. I was like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
You know anyone that I haven't heard that you're the first person I've heard that knew anyone that liked it.
It sucked.
It sucked.
I fucking hated that movie. Nothing.
Yeah, I went ahead and avoided it myself.
Smart.
Yeah. When a movie comes out and immediately people that went and saw it at theaters that paid to see it, every one of them I heard or read online said it was fucking horrible. Probably not a great film.
Interesting, because the reviews I read online were split, like 50-50. But I think,
What's in my feed?
Yeah, you're not on Reddit. So.
Yeah. What do you think, though? What's your follow-up on that?
About 28 years later?
I don't know, you said, but I think
that a lot of people have bad taste.
Oh.
A lot of people are just like, fuck yeah, shitty zombie movie. Like, people like 28 Weeks Later. And 28 Days Later was the only good one. I gave 28 Years Later a chance because it went back to the Alex Garland and Alex Cox duo, writer-director team, who also made The Beach, which was fucking good. Was Alex Garland part of The Beach? Anyway, 28 Days Later fucking slaps. 28 Years Later,
ass. It's just been downhill since the first one.
And they're about to release the follow-up.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, how do you release a follow-up that quick?
They made them right in a row, and they wrote them in that way, and it did well in ticket sales. Zombies.
Well, the follow-up do so well. What's your speculation on that? Huh? You think the mixed reviews, it's going to still ride off that reputation, or?
It's a good question, because, no matter how bad the Star Wars movies suck, people kept watching them. No matter how many people complained.
Got 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's not what the public said, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's not how the public felt about it.
By the way, is that popcorn or tomato score?
Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, there's 2 scores.
Oh, IMDb is below that, 6.6.
But yeah, like with Rotten Tomatoes, you get the critic score and then the audience score. They don't usually line up.
63%.
So that's the audience score is the popcorn.
Yeah.
The critics, this is why film criticism is dying.
Because they're morons.
They're fucking idiots. They're not paying for the best anymore.
Yeah, like I said, what showed up in my feed was people shit talking it. So
It's
what really ruffles your feathers?
people liking 28 Years Later and like other shitty
Right.
movies like that. People not going to the fucking theaters. You know? I just saw Begonia. That movie fucking kicked ass.
Begonia?
Begonia?
Begonia.
Begonia.
Scarlet Begonias.
Spelled more like a bug.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a fucking great movie.
Oh, you ever seen Samsara?
Yeah.
What's your take on that film?
Fucking awesome.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
I've seen a few of those.
I might be watching it today.
Take your take it.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking when I said that. Actually, I was like, okay, for that I can have a little bit of a spiritual experience for this.
You honestly don't have to, because it's like
No, there's a video on YouTube of in the world, around the world in a T Days by Spangle. There's an OTT remix of it, or OT, however you say it. And somebody did like a quote unquote music video for it, and they did the fucking what are they called? Sand drawings or the sand paintings? You know what I'm talking about?
Samsara.
Yeah, and that's what somebody was calling. They were like, these clips are from Samsara, and it's a beautiful movie. That's why I know you know about films. I thought I'd ask you that question.
Yeah, there's that, I don't know if they were the first, but there's like a whole tradition of filmmaking of that type of movie.
Because it's no commentary, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll have to watch it to see how they construct a story with no commentary.
So they started with, at least from what I understand, Francis Ford Coppola commissioned and produced this film called Koya Naskatsi.
Okay.
And I think there's one called Naskatsi, and then like something else Scotsi. And they're what they appear to be is like stock footage played either just at normal speed, slow speed, or sped up. That's juxtaposed with other images that are meant to like induce a kind of feeling or like understanding of the world, while music is also being played. In the case of Koya Naskatsi, Sanskrit prayers are being sung over things like a slow motion close up of a space shuttle launch, and then there's like another thing that shows like blood going through veins juxtaposed with like sped up traffic patterns from like an eagle eye point of view.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and it's just like everything's connected. But Samsara was made in 2008 or something like that. So it's like the most I don't know if it's the most updated, but most updated that I'm familiar with.
2011.
So it's showing modern things all existing at once. Like you got the tribal stuff, you got the sand drawings, but you also have footage of like military industrial manufacturing, real life footage of Dubai. So
it's just kind of juxtaposed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Baraka. So Baraka and Samsara are made by the same people, but the Scotsi series are made by Francis Ford Coppola, the director of The Godfather.
Okay.
It's a really, really cool
shot on film.
Yeah.
That's why it looks so good.
Mm-hmm. It's a great tradition in film, and if you ever get a chance to
I'm sorry, go ahead.
If you get a chance to see them in theaters, like that's the way to.
That's why they're meant to be presented.
So go to the fucking movies.
Yeah, I saw a thing there's a video, you might have even seen it too, I think it went kind of viral.
Yeah.
The dude talking about the difference between film and digital. Mm-hmm. And he was like trying to show, and even in his video, he said, when you look at them next to each other, there is still some argument that there is something about film that's just a little bit better, but he was like trying to argue all these other different things. And I think he was right about a lot of it. But even like he said in the clip, he showed a film next to where they did the things he was talking about on digital. Mm-hmm. And it looked good. It was close, but there was just something about the film that it looked a notch better.
Yeah. So what they say is light works better on film. Darkness works better visually. It's really hard to contend with light digitally.
Yeah.
But you can light the shit out of something and reliably know what you're capturing using film. But low light sensors and things like that on digital, you can't do that with film.
It'll look like a black room.
Yeah.
Look like how you remember old videos in the dark looking.
Another good example of light, like minimal lighting done well on film is Stanley Kubrick's Barry Lyndon. You should watch that one too. That's like his, among like the post Dr. Strangelove Kubrick movies, it's like the least appreciated.
What? Barry Lyndon?
Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, well, it pulled it up without me even having to correct it. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a period piece. It's really long, really slow, but amazing.
Good on slow.
And there's
good on that. I know Samsara is going to be slow too, but it's a little bit different.
I mean, it's really funny. If you appreciate Kubrick's sense of humor and just super accurate.
I of course know the name. I'm trying to think of what other.
Full Metal Jacket, The Shining, 2001, Space Odyssey.
All right.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Even Full Metal Jacket has some funny shit. Oh, he did Clockwork Orange?
Clockwork Orange, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's not funny, but it's a well done film.
It's funny in a sick way.
It's satirical.
Yeah. It's like very black.
I think the funniest part is when he whips his friend in the ding ding with the chain. That was kind of funny. Yeah. That was funny.
I mean, honestly, the whole thing.
It's kind of fucked up, but.
The whole thing is humorous, but it's like.
Yeah. Now I'm on film now I'm on record as saying that slapping your friend in the ding ding with the chain, throw him in a pond is funny.
Dude, classic comedy. That's like ancient comedy. That was like the first joke. Just hitting your friend in the nuts. Or farting.
I remember I said I had a girlfriend in the past that she had Clockwork Orange sitting on her movie shelf. She had all these films, but she hadn't seen them all. And I asked her, I was like, have you seen that movie? And she was like, I think so. I don't really remember.
You'd remember.
That should have been a red flag for me.
Well, debatable.
I really remember.
Yeah, if she would remember.
You'd think.
Or she, repressed it.
Favorite TV show of all time?
Oof. Favorite TV show?
Wow.
There's a lot.
Ponder that one.
There's a lot.
I can name